What's planted in the mind shall always be returned. Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. This video is about the first law of Hermeticism, the first Hermetic principle, the principle of mentalism, the principle that all is mind. I've been getting so many synchronicities, so many reassurances that this is the truth. It's so crazy. Growing up, I was like a super charismatic kid. I had so many friends, elementary school, preschool, elementary school. I was him, right? I was always the shine. I was always the star. I was always the center of attention, right? I loved to dance. I was super smart, right? I was always killing it at school. You know what I mean? I always had the girls. You know, it was just I was him growing up. I was him. Except eventually I started to feel like I wasn't him. And that led me down a 9-year hole, a dark road, where I called myself names, told myself I was depressed, said I was shy. I said, I didn't like life. I said, hated it. It was so much negative talk, so much negative conditioning, so much negative reinforcement that I was playing into. Did I adopt these mentalities on my own? No. I got conditioned them, right? I got these programs placed upon me. But at the end of the day, I kept reinforcing them. I kept telling myself that I was shy. So I was. I kept telling myself I was depressed. So I was. I kept telling myself I couldn't do it. So I couldn't. The only difference between winners and losers is that winners decided that they weren't going to lose. Because they're going to start and they're going to fail. And you know what? They're going to get back up and they're going to learn. And you know what? They're going to start and they're going to fail again. And then they're going to get back up and they're going to learn. And then they're going to start and they're going to fail again. And it's going to keep happening over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Forever. Because the problems never stop. Problem, solution, problem, solution. Life is a constant cycle. And so the illusion of being a winner is actually just not giving up on yourself. When you're constantly putting in the work, when you're constantly allowing yourself to take action that's aligned with yourself, when you don't allow the mental blocks holding you back to continuously hold you back, or when you finally break past the spiritual blocks of trauma, of damaged self-worth, of a broken relationship with your inner artist, when you're able to heal these things, there's no telling what you can do. Recently, I realized that repairing my inner child, and especially healing my relationship with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, who I felt like that was the relationship that really closed me off, bottled me in, blocked my throat chakra. I've told so many lies in my life. And 3 months ago, I was just so fucking sick of it. I was so fucking sick of the lie I was living. I just didn't want to be that person anymore. But I was still holding myself back. Why? Because I was telling myself, I can't forgive mama. I can't forgive her. Oh, I'm still holding on to this, she won't understand. What's the point? I was still telling myself that. And so I was still stuck. I could forgive her in my heart. I could forgive her in front of God. I needed to forgive her to her. And when I tell you that was the catalyst, I don't remember exactly when I had that conversation, but ever since then, I've unblocked my creativity. I've been creating every single day. I've repaired my I've repaired. Repaired. I've repaired my relationship with my feminine energy and my masculine energy, which was also damaged because my relationship with my dad wasn't that great. And over the last year, I've done both of those things. I've repaired my masculine. I've repaired the relationship with my dad. I've repaired my feminine. I've repaired the relationship with my grandmother and my mom. And I don't hold myself back anymore. I don't tell myself I'm shy anymore. I don't tell myself I can't anymore. I tell myself I'm charismatic, because I am. I tell myself I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, because I am. I tell myself that I have depth, because I do. These are my affirmations. I'm charismatic. I'm an entrepreneur. I have depth. Depth of breath. Depth of love. Depth of wisdom. Depth of presence. Depth of abundance. I have depth. And so I've been living a deeper life. I've been feeling deeper. I've been growing. I've been evolving rapidly. All because I tell myself the right words. The power of the mind and the potency of the tongue are not to be underestimated. The mind, the thoughts we have, the words we tell ourselves, these are the way we stay in programming. These are the conditioning. If we do not break these, we will stay stuck forever. Now, what does this have to do with the first law of mentalism? All is mind. The material world doesn't really exist. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that the only limitations you have are the ones that you project onto yourself. The thing is, the world is merely a reflection of ourselves. The parts of ourselves that we see, and especially the parts of ourselves that we don't see. The world is constantly reflecting our subconscious back to us, constantly showing us our energy, constantly matching us to our frequency. And so if we're constantly putting out signals that we're on low frequency, like we're sad, we're anxious, we're depressed, we're shy, we're constantly going to stay there and we're going to keep getting signals of those. But if we release that, if we release these anchors and we raise our frequency through affirmations, through forgiveness, through love, through acceptance, through healing, your subconscious changes. And that means your world changes. Spiritual evolution is the fastest way to develop. Because when you raise your frequency, your entire world changes. Because it has to send back the frequency. I'm pretty sure the second law, the third law, the third Hermetic principle is the law of vibration. Everything is moving, everything is vibrating, everything has a frequency. And that means that we're constantly putting out signals, we're constantly sending out frequencies. We're constantly shifting and sending out our vibrations and attracting the same vibrations. And so if your vibrations are low, you will only attract low. You need to step into the heart. You need to shift from your solar plexus chakra of personal attachment, of ego. We have to shift into the heart, into love consciousness, into unity, into acceptance. No longer judging, no longer fearing, no longer trying to take control or staying attached to things. Understanding that we don't really have full control, if any control at all. We shouldn't stay attached to these material things in the world because the material things don't really exist. All is mind, remember? We don't ever lack love because we are full of love. God loves you. I love you. Love yourself. The only limitations you have are the ones that you put on yourself. Stop telling yourself you're shy. Get the fuck out of that programming. Stop holding yourself back. You are your biggest obstacle. When will you decide that you're going to get out your way? If you're a spiritual entrepreneur or you're someone who wants to become a spiritual entrepreneur, I invite you to join my community, my free community of spiritual entrepreneurs. That's the top link in the description. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur who has a high ticket coaching offer and would like to monetize that offer through YouTube, I want to help you. I want to help you use YouTube as your traffic source so you can get your first 5 high ticket coaching clients in 90 days or work with you for free until you do. That's the second link in the description. My name is Jaden. I'm here building the community of spiritual creators, artists, entrepreneurs. People want to spread love, spread education, spread fulfillment, and reach financial independence doing what we love every day. If that's something you want to be a part of, I really appreciate if you drop a sub, drop a like, share, please. Let's keep growing up this spiritual tribe. It means a lot, guys. And don't forget, do it today. Be better for it tomorrow. I'll catch you on next video. Thumbs up!